suppose we're making progress. The feeling of victory is being ebbed away by the faces of Musa, Garnett, Alan de Sola, Rivas. And George. Is this it? Do we really take Carentan? Part of me just wishes the Germans would attack, just so I can get these thoughts out of my head. My dad used to tell me that it was the quiet times after combat that scared him the most. Now I understand what he meant.
We don't know where it's going to come from, or if it's going to come at all.
Which is why I say we break out the champagne.
Where do you think we're gonna get champagne, Obi? Leggett lobbed a grenade into the only place in town with liquor.
We'll get him when this is over.
Obi! Where the hell did that come from? Far away! He was hit before we heard the shot!
Corey and McCreary are still in the street!
Stanovich, let's go! The crowds are counterattacking! We've got to hold this position! Baker, pick off as many of them as you can!
Hello and welcome everyone. This is Cavalier Astoria. And today we're role-playing as a sniper in a bell tower. Now what's kind of unique about this is that you can still order your team around from the top in order to like make sure they're in cover and stuff. Which the only thing I'm gonna say is, man, these guys have good hearing, especially considering the fact that they have like 308. Oh, west this way. That they have like 308 shots like constantly going around them. So like their hearing should be like shot. And also knowing exactly where I want them to be. We also got our fire team, which we'll put right there. So yeah, this is a fairly simple mission. We lost another brother who got shot in a cutscene, and therefore I could not defend him because cutscene bullets are stronger than normal bullets apparently. Pop up. Good. Yeah, it's a relatively simple mission. Just make sure you guys are in cover. And not like that. And they should be fine. Alright. Got more guys to the east. Which I think they only come out of this building. So. Where are ya? Come on. Zanovich is getting hit.
Oh shit, there's more! Red, I need you over there. Let's go. Hit them now.
All right. Now, there's not too much to say. Yeah, there's a church in the middle of the town. Which, fun fact, would also, I believe, still be called a Notre Dame. Because I think Notre Dame just means like cathedral. Like that's all it means. Ooh. Can you go down? Huh. Never knew this little section. Huh. Might have to experiment that in an addendum episode. I'm planning on doing an addendum episode where basically I go through, try to find like little details of that stuff without, you know, me worrying about being shot too much. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest. There was quite a bit of fighting in Carentan, but I think most of that fighting actually left, like well after the initial assault, and you know, clearing out the few holdouts. Like I don't think there was like an attack like this in the middle of town, as far as I'm aware. Although knowing this game and how meticulously researched it is,
What's your message? Over. Crowd armor moving into our area.
they probably are like,
Double time.
oh, this is like an actual thing.
Over. Shit. 2 tanks in the area. We gotta go, Sarge.
Great.
Tanks! The Krauts must want this town back there! Baker, get down to the lower level!
Oh, we can go down. I completely forgot about this little section. Let's get down before my team gets 2 killed. Guys, make sure you're in cover. Well, Zanovich decided not to be in cover, I guess. In case you guys get there. Let's nail that guy. He decided to fly. There should be a bazooka somewhere around here, I believe. Yeah. So, now I don't have too much more to talk about because I'll have more to talk about with Bloody Gulch. But I'm also trying not to talk too much because I'm sick, and every single time I try to talk a whole lot, I start like coughing uncontrollably, and I don't think anyone wants that for the recording. Alright, let's grab that guy, grab that guy. Let's get the fire team on them, let's get the... well, the assault team on that guy. So, where's the tank? Alright. Really? There we go. Yeah, and I don't necessarily recall tanks being in Carentan at the time. A lot of people don't realize this, but most of the resistance in the Normandy campaign was actually further. It was actually further east, where the British and Canadians were. And of course we got the tank. Panzer IV.
Leave that goddamn bazooka!
It's on the north side of the church.
Then let's get the hell over there!
Alright. Oh.
Sarge, get down.
Crap. Alright. So you might be wondering why I'm firing from the hips. Fun fact, in World War II, soldiers were actually trained to do that. I know that sounds really bizarre, but they were trained to fire from the hip during the assault. Kind of a weird, cool little thing that in no way, shape, or form the like modern US soldiers would ever do. And also, we have a bazooka. A bazooka is, of course, the US Army rocket launcher. It was actually one of the, I believe it's the first like actual rocket launcher used in combat. And it was really good. In fact, it actually got copied, and it's what became the Panzerschreck. The Germans actually copied it. Where is this tank? Huh. Okay, I guess tank hasn't shown up yet. But I'll talk more about the bazooka once the second tank shows up, which is right now. So if you notice, that realistically should have destroyed the Panzer right there. Like, I understand, like, why you would not want it to be for gameplay purposes, but yeah, that should have destroyed the tank. Yeah, that should have destroyed the tank. And if you also notice, I'm firing this one-handed. This normally should take a team of 2 people to use, and the reason for that is because if you notice with the rocket, you don't just put it in there. If you put it in there, because effectively a bazooka is just a tube. That's all it really is. It's a tube. So you would need an actual, like, loader to connect the rocket to the launcher. The actual triggers in order for the rocket to actually fire. The tube is just literally a tube that guides the rocket. That's it. That's all it does. And yeah, you would need to actually connect wires that are in the back of the rocket to the bazooka, which if you notice that little tab on top of the tube, that's where you would connect it. And of course I got killed by that, so I'm probably gonna have to redo a significant chunk of that. Yeah. Oh well. But yeah, like, you would have to actually connect the wires to the launcher in order to actually fire the thing. And yeah, realistically, you should also be destroying these in like one shot, because these are only Panzer IVs. These were built to take out Panzer IVs. And also, to put it bluntly, these are shaped charges. And by shaped charges, basically how they work is that they, as soon as they hit the armor, instead of directly exploding, they'll actually have a copper core inside that gets shot into the tank. And that's how it actually defeats armor. Is that it doesn't actually explode. What it does is that it, punches through, and then using a copper core ends up actually basically melting its way really, really fast into the vehicle. And that's actually a very effective anti-armor way of dealing with armor. Basically, the whole goal is to try to kill crew members inside, or to blow up ammunition, fuel inside, stuff like that. Destroy engines, disable the tank. Really? Ah, great. Also, this is an awful idea to fire a bazooka in this area, because you're way too close to the to the back wall here. So what will actually end up happening is that the backblast, which is all the gases released from the rocket as it propels forward, would just end up killing you. So yeah, it's not a good idea to fire it in a closed space like this. Alright, I'm gonna... Okay. Like, I'm gonna be honest, you do not want to be fighting a tank like this, like, in any situation. Like, oh, I had the perfect shot to... Alright. Okay, we got a bit more hits on him. Hopefully this guy just doesn't insta-kill me again. Oh, thank God. Whew. With that, we're done. Yeah, it's a pretty dang short mission, which I will take after last mission. But, yeah. It, yeah, like, I mean, it's an alright mission. It's definitely better than this monstrosity of a fucking mission I fucking hate in every single fucking way. But yeah, it's not anything special. Like, it's the one mission where I barely remember it. And, like I kind of pointed out with, like, DeSola's death and Alan and Garnett's, is that I wish there was just more time with them, so that way you can actually, you know, care more about them. And to be honest, I think that this is the one death where the entire squad's like, oh, cool, he's dead. And then they just move on. It's like, okay, that's kind of weird. And, like, he's barely talked about going forward. So, Arbrysky, you exist, I guess? But yeah, with that, we'll actually be entering into the second to last mission. Hill 30. Which is where, if you notice, +7, +7. This is where, the game actually started, with the prologue. But, with that, this was Cavalier Astoria. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate if you liked and subscribed, and have a wonderful day. Goodbye.